Hi Libra, Happy New Year and welcome to your monthly reading for January 2024. Thank you as usual to everyone who watches, likes, shares, comments on the videos and subscribes to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the info in the description box. These are the decks I'll be using, the oracle decks I'll be using for today's reading. We're going to start off with a message from goddesses, gods and guardians. And as usual, the messages are for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. So what does Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising need to know for January 2024? What's the main message, main theme? That was really quick. You have Thoth, Divine Masculine, or Thoth, I think it's pronounced actually. Okay, let's see, what does this say? Actually, let me get your tarot cards out first. I keep forgetting to do that. Well, I have forgotten with a few of the readings. I wanted to get the tarot out first. So, another card to go with the main theme for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising, first of all. You have the Four of Cups, your energy specifically, you've got the Queen of Wands, surrounding energies, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, past energies, Wheel of Fortune, current energies, you've got the Devil, potential future, you have the Three of Cups, and finally advice for you as well, Libra. You've got the Page of Pentacles. So, right, now let's look in the book at that message about Thoth. So it says, Divine Masculine, be a conduit for awakened masculine energy, heal the wound. Thoth was a high priest in Atlantis before coming Tehuti, or Jehuti, it says he say it here, ancient Egyptian god of magic, wisdom, writing and knowledge. In art, he was often depicted with the head of an ibis, his sacred animal. Ascribed to the gods, the ancient Egyptians attributed to him all works of science, religion, philosophy and magic. The ancient Greeks called him Hermes and worshipped him as the inventor of astronomy, astrology, mathematics and every branch of knowledge, human and divine. Thoth holds the divine masculine essence where being active, purposeful, strategic and logical synergizes with a healing sacred purpose. Thoth is stewarding a conscious heart opening, a soul-aligned masculine awakening. Your purpose is to activate the divine masculine on earth. This mission will take you into numerous life lessons and personal trials as you heal your own heart and awaken to your spiritual wisdom. You have the capacity to lead by example and become a noble teacher for others. When Thoth appears, it's a powerful message of healing through personal responsibility and stepping up to a sacred duty. Your healing wounded masculine energy, which shows up frequently in men, but can be present in women or other gender identities. So it's saying you are healing wounded masculine energy. Examples of wounded masculine energy are fear of being vulnerable, living only in your head, inability to be present, numbing yourself with addictions, being ego-driven, controlling or dominating others, and emotional unavailability. A soul teacher is coming into your life, embodying divine masculine qualities, clear communication, self-inquiry and understanding, connection to emotions, reverence for the awakened feminine, responsibility for actions, and connection to spirit. So drawing this card can point to healing the relationship with your father. This will help you claim your soul's purpose. You're trusted and appreciated. Your awakened masculine light is needed by the world. Additional meanings: this is a message of love from your father. You can trust the man about whom you're inquiring. Join or lead a men's or male identifying spiritual growth group. The invocation says, my life is guided by the eternal masculine. I commit to this path. So Libra, I confess this is the second attempt I've done of your reading. To be honest, I got very far with the first one and then I just went completely blank. Well, no, I didn't go completely blank. Like, it all made sense up to, I think it was when we got to the past energy. It literally just felt like an absolute mystery, and I just tried my best and I just thought, I can't make sense of it. So I don't know if it was just that there were a lot of different random messages or if it was one complicated story, but it stopped making sense when I got to the past energy. And I thought, you know, I don't give up very easily, but I tried. I think I managed to make it to the current energy and I thought, no, can't do it. So, however, I will say this mentioned a spiritual teacher, didn't it? And guidance, I think. And that was a strong theme in the previous attempt. So let me see if I can show you the card that originally came out. It was Soul Family, Hathor Soul Family came out. So there was an energy of, if you've lacked support, that either you would ask for it and you'd get the support you need, or someone like Soul Family type energy would come into your life and help assist you. The King of Cups was here as an external energy, and it literally felt like another person. For some it was romantic, for some it was literally like just a spiritual, well, not just, it was a spiritual a guide, supporter, not necessarily like spiritual as in someone who's dead or something, but it was someone that would be able to support you. Like, it wasn't necessarily man or woman, but yeah, it was a very, very supportive energy. So that was the one that came out originally. But as I say, this made sense. The top row made absolute 100% sense, and when I got down here it stopped making sense. So yeah, but let's get into your reading. So let's get the clarifiers out and look at that Four of Cups. Clearly there's some degree of dissatisfaction here. Being stuck was a big theme in the previous reading. Well, put it this way, it was like you had the desire to move or to progress, but it felt like there was a blockage. You had the desire, the inspiration, you'd probably already made some progress, but there was just something where you needed support to continue on your path. Here we have a couple of stuck energies, with the Four of Cups and the Devil. The Wheel of Fortune in the past, I mean, that's where you've already progressed. So as I say, the energies were similar. Three of Cups here, again, can represent support in the future, and it's similar to the energy that came out. So it might be a similar reading. Maybe this one's just going to be easier to read once I get down here. Queen of Wands, that's your energy specifically. That is where you have the desire and inspiration to do something, isn't it? So, but she is more of the attracting energy than, whereas the King of Wands, he is the proactive person. Not to say that she sits on her ass, do nothing, but with feminine energies, we speak more of receptivity. Whereas the masculines are the active, like in the tarot, those are the active energies that go out into the world and literally do whatever it is they have to do. Whereas with the feminines, people come to them. So, Four of Cups. So this divine masculine, wow, that's interesting. That divine masculine energy, that could very well be someone that can assist you. As it said, it can be a spiritual teacher, leader, supporter, guide, whatever. And then the first card to come out is the King of Swords, who is an advisor and someone who guides people. As I said, with that Four of Cups, that is the kind of stuck energy, isn't it? Where you don't know what option to pick, or you've looked at these options, they don't look suitable. Something is being offered here, but you can't see it. So maybe you need assistance or support, or there's some dissatisfaction. Let's see what else comes out here. I would say it's probably none of the options seem right. There might be something that you're missing, because there was a big thing about perspectives as well and trying to figure out the right thing. And I would say with the King of Swords and the Four of Swords in present, I often say the Four of Swords is about, if it's not about rest and respite and stuff like that, and my throat is very dry, I've been talking all day, it's about like deep contemplation, isn't it? And then the King of Swords would be someone that can help you figure these things out. Could be your energy. I feel like it's more along the lines of someone else that can advise you. So this is just the main theme. So it could be needing someone else to help you. I mean, Four of Swords is a stagnant energy as well. It could be very much that you need support, guidance, whatever, to shift you along into a new cycle. So let's continue. You've got the Nine of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. So I think the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands together, I feel like that's where you shift out of the struggle. So if either this King of Swords is you needing to figure out what you need to figure out to move into the new cycle, whatever that new cycle is for you, or it's that you get someone that comes in and has the wisdom and knowledge to support you and help you to shift out of that cycle. It's not that they do all of the work for you, but it's the encouragement, it's guidance, that sort of thing. And it kind of takes you out of the struggle so that you can sort of carry on, keep on moving. Because the Knight of Wands is very active. He's on a mission, isn't he? Let's look at your Queen of Wands energy, because this might tell us what your desires are, what you're attracting potentially. That's too many. Let me just have another look at that. Okay. So Queen of Wands energy. Try that again. Okay, we'll go for it this time. So we have, do I want to take all right, I'm going to try it one more time. I'm just not certain now. Queen of Wands, one more attempt to get the Queen of Wands cards. Right, I will take the Lovers and then I will get the rest of the cards separately. Okay. I mean, that is desire, isn't it? Again, the Lovers, the Queen of Wands, it is desire, it's passion, whatever that desire is for. Could be for a relationship, potentially, with the Lovers being there. It could be desire for a particular path, a thing. It can be connection as well. So you've got the King of Pentacles there. Right, so I'm going to have to say it because it's screaming out at me. There could be a romantic element for someone here. I'm not saying for everyone, but there could be that. Yeah, there could be that for someone here. I was trying to avoid it, but it's. I think with the Lovers and the King of Pentacles coming out, it's playing on my mind. So, Four of Cups. If it is relationship related, that's a dissatisfaction. Likely where you've been. Could be that's where you are now. But yeah, dissatisfaction. You've tried dating, potentially relationships, but it's like it hasn't been right and you're waiting for the right opportunity, the best opportunity to come in. Because with the Four of Cups, as much as we can say, oh, it's where you reject a good offer, blah, 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 we don't have to accept everything that's put in front of us. Sometimes it's not right for us. Sometimes things are too good to be true, and what looks like gold is shit, basically. It's shit covered in gold, gold wrapping. For some, with that King of Swords here, for people who are wanting a partner, one of the issues you could have had with people previously is poor communication. I mean, Thoth, it talks about communication actually, doesn't it? Let me look in the book again. That might be a problem for some of you, where you may have struggled to find people that communicate well in relationships, or you never know where you stand, or they're full of shit, or whatever it is. I swear it talks about him being where is it? Writing, wisdom, writing and knowledge, which kind of is like King of Swords energy, really, isn't it? But yeah, here, communication. Four of Swords is the opposite. This would be, in a relationship, this would be poor communication, I suppose, because that's where you don't communicate. You'd want that. You want someone who tells you what they're thinking, you know where you stand. There's open communication. I mean, I know they're not the most King of Swords isn't the most emotional. They can be too logical, but if the biggest issue you've had is poor communication in relationships, that would be why. That is a priority. And that would be why you'd want that. You would want a new cycle with that. If you've been through problems in relationships, you wouldn't want to struggle anymore. You probably wouldn't want this Knight of Wands energy, which can be that kind of frivolous, can be player energy, just people that aren't taking it seriously, if that's what you want. Obviously, if you don't give a shit and you're Knight of Wands, then that's fine. But if you're more stable and you want something more stable and non-lasting, then you're going to want you need good communication amongst other things. That might be a number one consideration if it is the romantic aspect. So Queen of Wands now, if we're talking romantically, desires, the lovers there, you'd want that hope. Well, the Queen of Wands would want that connection, wouldn't she? I mean, obviously you want security and stuff as well, which the King of Pentacles can offer. But I think initially you want the connection at the very least, and then you can kind of work on the rest. But yeah, you'd want the lovers. King of Pentacles, I've often said, out of all of the kings, he's probably the greatest husband material. Well, not the greatest, but he's got more of the full package than any of the others. When you think about it, that sounds awful, because the King of Swords, he can be too logical, and that can be where somebody's too cold. I mean, you could argue that the King of Pentacles can be too practical, but think of them in their higher vibrations. The King of Swords is all about knowledge, information, etc. The King of Cups, we talk about him being reserved with his emotion. So how long would it take before he actually tells you how he feels? The King of Wands, he could be a little bit too playful and too focused on the physical. But the King of Pentacles, he's nurturing, he's stable, he's intelligent. That would probably be the ideal partner, whether you are a man or a woman. Right, let's continue. So after the King of Pentacles, what do we have? We've got the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Anything else? I feel like the Page of Pentacles, no, not the Page of Pentacles. It almost felt like the Page of Pentacles was going to come out then. Let's get something for that Six of Cups and see where we are with that. And I think I might do the Lovers as well. Yeah, okay. I mean, again, I will use other examples apart from relationships, but relationship-wise, you wouldn't want that. This is the past. You want maturity. I think the reason why I thought the Page of Pentacles was coming up is because I felt when that Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups came out, I felt like it was maturity, like someone becoming more mature or dealing with more mature energies. Six of Cups is a past energy, what you've dealt with before. I said communication, didn't I? So the communication issues, it can be lies, it can be people not being honest about how they feel, what they want, their intentions, leaves you questioning, is it worth it? Or it can even be them looking at you, and the reason why they've played games or not communicated clearly is because they're questioning, is it worth it? But then you have to be kind of open regardless, don't you? Let's get one more for that Six of Cups. So we have a few. We have, yeah, that's what you'd want. You'd want the Knight of Swords, right? So you do have the progression of maturity now, because you've got the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords. I know the Queen is missing, but it's still progression. You would want, at the very least, you would have wanted the honesty of the Knight of Swords, but you probably didn't have that. You probably had more along the lines of the immature communication of the Page of Swords. No, not dissing the Page of Swords, but they're a kid, you know, they're still learning, etc. That's where they are. But that would feel like a burden. If you're dealing with immature communication, that would be a burden. At the very least, as I say, you'd want the Knight of Swords and be able to build upon that to get to the King if they're not already at the King. So yeah, as I said, because the Knight of Pentacles is there, it felt like maturity, because the Knight of Pentacles can grow. They can learn, can't they? They're like an apprentice. They're willing to learn. They can learn how to become more mature with the Ace. How to communicate more maturely with the Ace of Swords being there. Let's see what else comes up for the Ace of Swords actually, or if anything comes up for the Ace of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. It feels like learning next to the Knight of Pentacles. So you would want somebody who's learned to be more mature, how to communicate better, how to be stable, the value of equal give and take. Or the true value of equal give and take, should I say. I mean, that's harmony, isn't it, with Temperance. Knight of Cups. I keep seeing this Knight of Cups as compassion. Now, I know it's about someone following their heart's desires and their dreams and stuff like that, but the compassion comes to mind with it as well. You would want someone compassionate too. Let's just get something for the lovers, and then I will look at it, try and look at it from a non-romantic angle. So we've got the Moon. Nope. Try that again. We've got the 8 Passion. Passion, yeah. And I do get a sexual vibe with the Lovers and the Ace of Wands there as just one perspective. I mean, regardless of whether it is relationship related or not, it is passion and desire for something. Anything else for that Lovers card? 2 of Swords. Hanged Man. Okay. What's under here actually? The Devil and the 3 of Cups. Yeah, so you are you are a bit blocked in the present. So Queen of Wands, initially I said, regardless of whether it is romantic or not, that is the desire, the inspiration. You're inspired to do something, you want to do something, you want to attract something. That's indicated here with the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. However, as I said, you've got the Devil in the present energy. There's a bit of a block there, possibly because you've got the 2 of Swords with the Hanged Man. It's not necessarily knowing what to do. It may be that although you have the desire, you don't know how to build the stability to get to that point of being the King of Pentacles, to build stability. Looking at the 6 of Cups, you just see that. There may have been worries about taking risks in the past with whatever you wanted to pursue with that 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. Although you may have known what you wanted to do, yeah, you may have been afraid, or just not necessarily even afraid, but just wary and cautious of taking risks. Might be something here as well about being wary and cautious of expressing yourself as well with that Knight of Swords and Page of Swords. And that could be something, whatever it is you desire, there might be an element, because communication has come up quite a lot. There might be something to do with communication there, like the expression. I mean, it mentioned writing. There was writing and something else, but anything to do with communication, you might have been concerned about expressing yourself fully, or not felt like you were mature enough, or what you had to say was mature enough. Something about maturity is here. You've got the Knight of Pentacles there. It makes me think that you're willing to learn whatever it is that you're passionate about. If we're just speaking about you, I mean, even if it's relationships as well, to be honest, romantic relationships, it's like you're willing to learn, you're willing to be an apprentice, and get to that point of being in that King of Pentacles energy. Possibly learning how to express yourself more, better, on a bigger platform. Because there's something here with that 6 of Pentacles being in reverse. There's something where you need to share, I'd say more, possibly, because it's in reverse. There's a need to share more of yourself, or something specifically. The King of Pentacles, yeah, I think that feels more like your, as I said, if it's not how you view a romantic partner or what you want in a romantic partner, it's your energy and the desire to get to that level of stability. So it could be business related. Maybe there's a business that you want to be involved in that involves communication. That could be relevant too. We're going to look at this Knight of Pentacles next. I think the reading, it still feels a bit ambiguous like the other one. Not as much. Yeah, not as much, but there is still a bit of ambiguity. And as I've said before, if there's any confusion going on in the viewer's situation, it comes through in the energy with the reading, where it becomes difficult to read the reading as well. It's like the energy of confusion is all around it and you can feel it. And it just makes everything a bit of a struggle. So let's look at the Knight. So the Queen of Wands is desire. Four of Cups is a bit of a stuck energy overall. And then the Queen of Wands is desire, but it's still got a bit of a stuck energy with it. Knight of Pentacles, why is that there? That's an external energy. I wonder if that's someone that can learn from you, to be honest. Like, you know, if you have something to share, express into the world, and you've got people out in the world who they may not even know you exist, but there's something that they need to know, where if you shared your knowledge and your experience and communicated, it's something that would be very valuable to them and help them on their path and help them to grow. So we've got the Eight of Wands there. The Moon. They've got a lot about, there's so much communication related stuff in here. Right, Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords. I'll have to look at the Moon on its own. We have the Star. We have the Five of Wands. Okay, let's look at the Moon, and I might look at the Star as well. Maybe the Knight of Swords too. Right, the Moon, what is that? So that's uncertainty, which I've already said. There's a energy of uncertainty and confusion in the message. Death. And the Queen of Wands. That feels like a need to have the confidence to to kind of show up and express, rather than being in this back and forth confusing kind of energy. So to transform into a greater sense of confidence instead of hiding. Let's look at the Star. You've got the Devil. It's kind of that stuck energy as well. It feels like being held back from what your heart wants, to be honest. With that Devil there, because you've got the Star, obviously that's about wishes, hopes, dreams. You've got the Two of Cups, which can be about connecting. It can be relating to connecting with others, especially when it's with the Three of Cups as well. So I wonder if someone feels like they're held back from connecting with people, to be honest. Let me get something for that Four of Cups. So whether it is romantic, you might feel like you're held back for whatever reason, in terms of connecting with people romantically, in terms of friendship, in terms of support. You may have been disappointed by connections, romantic and, yeah, disappointed by connections, romantic and non-romantic before. You've got the Five of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. That speaks to me of struggles with, it can be trusting people, equal give and take, manipulative energies, just unpleasant energies, a battle between those two. You could have been disappointed by that in the past. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. You've got the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Sorry, my throat is so dry, and I need to get some, should get some water really, shouldn't I? So we've got the Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Six of Swords. It kind of feels like blocked progression. With it, I mean, you've got worry, stress, anxiety in the Nine of Swords. Six of Swords again is progression, but it feels like that Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords is kind of blocking the energy, or the movement or the progression of what you want to do. I did say I wanted to look at that Knight of Swords, didn't I? So now you've got the Magician, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. It's almost like, because this is clarifying the Knight of Swords, it's like you have your truth, but you don't know what the hell to do with it or how to use it in a weird way, because you've got the King of Wands and the Magician. They would be quite proactive and creative and do something. But then you've got cards like the Seven of Cups, which is confusion, or can be confusion. You've got the Five of Pentacles, which is about being left out in the cold or lack. Ten of Wands, which is struggle. So it's like, as I say, you've got your truth and you don't know how to use it or the best way to use it, what to do with it, that kind of energy. So again, it's that blockage. It's like the desire is there for something, but it's not knowing what to do with it. So this is actually, it's an external energy. So it may not be another person. It may, I mean, I did say it could be that there are people out there. I mean, maybe there are people out there in the world who feel this way, that are struggling, and maybe if you've been through that struggle as well, you might be in a place to kind of help them, like support each other to get through the struggle, and to progress. If it's not representative of another person, it's more like the energy around you of this very slow, this energy that's very slow, has made some progress and is ready and willing to learn what steps to take next, but it's just like there's lots of blockages there. So I'm going to leave that and just move on to the rest of the reading and see if we can make it clearer, because as I said, it still feels so ambiguous. It's actually yeah, it's feeling strange at this point, because I mean, you probably already know by now I'm a Libra, and it's weird when you can't read for your own sign. It's strange if you can't read for your own sign, and obviously I, like every reader, Libra reading doesn't resonate with me, you know what I mean? I'm not reading for myself, I'm reading for collective, Libra collective, whoever's watching. So not every single Libra reading I can resonate with. However, I can still read it, do you know what I mean? But this one is just like, what the hell is this? So let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. So that's where change has happened in the past, where your destiny may have changed, you're on a different path. So Wheel of Fortune. You have Nine of Cups. Yeah, I'll take it in reverse. That could be where there's been a change in your, what you call it, perception of what will really make you happy. Yeah, that's it feels like a change in sort of your desires, what's satisfying, figuring out what's satisfying for you, what your truth is, and being willing to stand up for it as well, with the Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands being there. I don't know why I said Seven of Cups and then the Page of Cups shows up. I mean, as I say, I've said before, Page of Cups can be about your heart's desire. The Queen of Swords, it's like she knows what she's been through and she knows what she wants now. The Page of Cups, heart's desire. Ace of Wands is desire and inspiration, and the Queen of Pentacles, she knows what she feels is valuable. So, oh, that's the easiest one to read so far. So that would be where you've probably, as I say, you're on a new path because you kind of know what you want now. You know what will feel more fulfilling and honorable and in alignment with you. Present energy, the devil, held back, blockages, fears possibly, but let's see what comes out for that. We have the sun. Yeah, things aren't clear. I mean, I've already said it a million times in the reading that it's confusing. The devil, the sun coming out with the devil, to me, it feels like things aren't clear, because with the sun, everything's illuminated, but you've got the devil there blocking the sun. Try that again. Ace of Pentacles. It's almost blocking your potential as well, or opportunities too. But what is the devil? What is the actual devil here? We've got the Ten of Wands, which is a struggle of some sort, which I'll probably, I don't know if it'll tell me specifically what that is, but I mean, with it being the 10, it's not too bad, because it usually means you're at the end, or coming to the end of the struggle at the very least. Or dropping the burdens. Right, what's that? Right, you've got Temperance, which I'm going to clarify on its own. I know I often speak of Temperance being harmony, peace, etc. But in this reading, yeah, it needs extra clarification. One more. We get two more. Okay, Queen of Cups wanted to come out before, didn't she, as well? Six of Wands. There might be something about emotional balance. Yeah, there's something about emotional balance with Temperance and the Queen of Cups there. There looks like there's something about being seen as well, or not being seen. But let's look at the Ten of Wands and the Six of Wands. So Ten of Wands. Nope. I think this deck is a bit sticky again, actually. I probably need to cleanse the deck. I've read that it's more important, or I've figured that it's more important to cleanse yourself, to purify yourself, than the actual deck, and I believe that. So yeah, I think I need to be nuked by a sage bath or something at this point in time. Right, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. I mean, I did say it's getting to the point where it's the end, nearer the end of the struggle, hopefully. Or that's what you want at the very least. Right, the Hanged. Oh God, it's that limbo energy again. But it's not saying specifically what the burden is, really, is it? I mean, the burden is obviously being in limbo. That for a start, the burden might be that something's ended as well. Three of Pentacles, okay. Let me get something for the Ten of Swords on its own. I know that's like a sub clarifier now, but let's get one more for that Ten of Swords. There might be something about confidence here where there's a bit of a struggle with confidence. I know the Queen of Wands is here twice, and up here she felt more like desire and inspiration, and I know she can be connected to confidence as well. But it does feel like there's a burden here where there's something with confidence, that the confidence might not be exactly what it needs to be. And I know that's a weird contradiction, but the whole reading is just one confusing bit of contradiction, because as I say, you've got the burden. Ten of Swords is when something ends. You've got the Queen of Wands next to the Justice card, and that's where she gets what she wants. So, you know, have you lost a bit of confidence, or have you lost a bit of a lack of belief that you're able to attract or get what you want? Even if the desire's there, you can still have that, can't you, where you have doubts? That's not abnormal, and maybe that's what's part of the limbo. We've got the Three of Pentacles there. I mean, that is about bringing things together. The Hanged Man, it's the perspectives, trying to figure out how to bring things together. But if you've confidence gone, and you've kind of, there might be something about is it showing who you are? I don't know if it's about showing who you are, but having faith and confidence in who you are as well. There might really be a thing here about confidence, because I guess the Six of Wands, you could connect it to confidence as well, to a certain degree. Let's look at the Six of Wands actually. The only thing I can see here is a thing about confidence potentially, and it doesn't mean that you've got zero confidence, but in a particular area, if you're trying to pursue a particular dream or it is something in a romantic relationship, you might have had a bit of a knock to your confidence. That's kind of, it feels like such a burden. It's creating a bit of a block for you, because I did say emotional balance is needed, and obviously if your confidence has been knocked, then it is going to affect how you feel. Right, you've got the Five of Swords and the High Priestess with the Six of... Yeah, it's a fear of... possibly a fear of not being able to succeed. Let's look at the High Priestess. I mean, that Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups energy that's under there, that can be where you get to the point of feeling like you want to give up on something. Even if you desire it, you can still be in an energy of feeling like, God, I really want this, but I just feel like whatever I do, it's not working, and I feel like giving up. Wow. We've got the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups there. And it's almost like whatever decision or path you've followed based on your intuition, it's almost like feeling like, why did I even trust that? What was the point? It's led me down the wrong path. That's a kind of energy I'm getting there. There's no way this can work or be successful, or I can get what I want. So what's the point? I might as well walk away and leave it behind now. Right, I'll leave that there. So that's what I feel like the blockage is. I feel like it's a bit of a lack of confidence and possibly a bit of a feeling like it feels too hard or impossible or something, even though the desire's there. And then if there's no support as well, or not the kind of support that you need, it makes it even worse, because it's not, you know, like at least, and we shouldn't 100% rely on anybody to kind of boost us up, but you know, like if you have friends or family members that you're close to, when you're down, you cheerlead each other, don't you? You boost each other. When someone's down, you're like, come on, I really believe you can do this, and you're a sounding board and you can listen to them vent, and it helps. But if you're in it on your own, it's bloody tough. Even if you have the support, sometimes it's tough, but if you really haven't got the support, it can be even harder. It can be really, really hard, and you really can feel like giving up. So let's look at that Three of Cups, which I said as a future energy, that is support, whether you ask for it or it comes into your life somehow. I mean, I know we've still got this Divine Masculine card in here, so maybe that is, as I said, King of Swords at the beginning. It felt like there was the potential, if it's not you taking on that energy, it's the potential for, I'm just looking in the book again, for that person to come into your life. And yeah, I mean, it does say it can be you, but it can also be a person coming in to assist. A soul teacher is coming into your life, embodying divine masculine qualities. Yeah, if it's not you, it can be someone coming in. Right, Three of Cups. Wow, I love it. King of Cups. This kind of happened in the other reading as well. As I said, with the King of Cups, he can be like a spiritual teacher and supporter. So, and I've already said the Three of Cups can be support. So for someone out there, this energy, man or woman, might be coming into your life and able to offer you some kind of support that will help you to see through your dreams, whether it is a particular path or opportunity that you want to pursue. They can help you with that. If it's romantic, this could be the romantic partner that you desire, or an energy that represents the person. It could be someone who assists you, because you know, like sometimes people meet people through friends or acquaintances. That could be like the matchmaker type energy. Anything else? Right, I mean, whatever this energy is, whether it is you, someone else, I mean, it feels like someone else. It changes things. But as I said, you may have to ask for that support. It may not just, I mean, we all wish it could just magically appear on our doorstep, but it may be that you have to seek it out and ask for the support. I've just said seek it out, and you've got the Eight of Cups. I'll clarify that on its own, actually. Anything else? I would say with that Page of Pentacles being there, it's being willing to learn. And so that, as I said, that might be because a child would need, I mean, children, we pretty much offer them help, but they're usually not afraid to ask, are they? Whatever they want, yeah, sometimes they ask for help too much, if that makes sense, where they sort of nag you day and night for every little thing, which you can't begrudge them because they're kids, aren't they? But you might have to become that nagging little kid who every minute, how do you do this? I want help with that. I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't take any responsibility for yourself, but If you want to achieve your goals and get that fulfillment, follow your dreams, etc., you might have to become that little kid, that curious little kid who's wants help constantly with one particular thing. I'm not talking about your whole life. So Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups. I mean, he's looking towards his dreams, isn't he? Whatever it is that fulfills him. The Eight of Cups. Let me clarify that, because I'm looking at the King of Cups as a supporter who changes things. Could they change your path or the way you pursue your path? That is a possibility, because there is a change. I might do that Wheel of Fortune as well, but let's look at the Eight of Cups first. Three of Cups. Okay, well, first of all, I did say you might have to seek out the support, and then you've got the Eight of Cups, which is a seeker of something, and the Three of Cups, so you might have to seek out a specific group or a person or organization that can help you. You've got the Fool. No. What have we got here? Try that again. Well, actually, no, I will take those. And then you have that. That Fool energy again is kind of like that Page of Pentacles, where wherever you seek help for, it's like keeping a very open mind. And then, as I say, you can get the help to balance out whatever it is you need to balance, to help you focus on what you need to focus on, and create the stability or abundance that you want to create. But let's look at that Wheel of Fortune. So we have the Empress. Oh, okay. I've got a thought coming in here, and it's a pretty bloody strange one. I wasn't expecting that, but let's see how that progresses. You might have to take a step back slightly from trying to do everything and trying to be independent. No, I don't mean completely, but again, it's that energy of, if you've tried to figure everything out on your own, do everything by yourself, it feels like it's time to let someone in, to kind of move away from that for a little bit and let someone come in and help you, and be a bit vulnerable. Let someone come in and help and support you. That feels like a strange way of looking at it, but that's how I feel, because as I say, you've got the King of Cups energy coming in there, then you've got the Wheel, which is, it changes things. So as I say, it may change you where you kind of drop the reins a bit. And there's a card I'm thinking of, is it the Ecstasy card in the Le Vampires deck, where it speaks of surrendering and letting someone else take the reins and look after you for a bit. So yeah, take that how you will, but that is what I'm thinking is the message that's coming out here. Let's look at your advice. I mean, I already said you might have to become that little kid who asks for help. And let's put these away. I mean, divine masculine energy, it had its own meanings in there, but that is a protective energy that provides. And as I said, it's not about being a man or a woman, and it's not about your entire life. That necessarily means that you have to suddenly become a kept person. I mean, maybe for someone that's it, but whatever it is you're trying to achieve or pursue in life, it's time to let someone else, it may be a time to let someone come in and look after you for a little bit. Like, say if it's romantic relationships, you may need a partner who can come in and be very caring and compassionate and supportive and provide and protect for you. Again, whether you are a man or a woman, whatever it is you are seeking in a relationship. If it's general support, again, someone to kind of guide you, not take over your whole life, and you don't have to do a thing or think for yourself, but you know, just to guide you for a little while. Let's look at that Page of Pentacles. It's there again, Three of Support. Three of Support. It's come up so much I can't help saying it now. Three of Cups again. So that would be you. This is the advice of, again, becoming that student. And it could be just about someone becoming a student, actually, because if you're a student, you're just relying on someone more knowledgeable to teach you, aren't you? And to help you grow and learn. Anything else? Strength. I was going to say it before and I didn't say it, but I did think that if by doing this, as much as we might think, oh, but then I'm going to be too vulnerable and I'm going to be codependent and blah, blah, blah. But no, if you're being supported and you're able to give yourself that space to learn and grow, it then makes you stronger, doesn't it? And strengthens your abilities, your skills, whatever it is that you want to explore and use. King of Wands, he's a leader. That's leadership energy. I mean, I think all of the kings to a certain degree have leadership energy, but I would say, I know the King of Swords is an authority figure, but the ones are more along the lines of leadership. And if you allow someone to take this role in your life, then you learn from them and you can take on that energy as well, can't you? Have we had all of, I feel like all of the kings have come up, but not the Emperor. That's strange. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, the Magician. So let me quickly do the Five of Pentacles and I'll do the Magician as well. Try that again. Why is the Five of Pentacles there? It's like you feel, if you feel that you're lacking at present, because with the Five of Pentacles and the Magician there, whatever you're lacking at the minute, it's like you needing assistance with that to build your strength and your capability up. So Five of Pentacles, please. It's lacking whatever it is you need to free yourself. You are lacking it, and I'd say you need assistance with that. Assistance, the Six of Pentacles, it's assistance, isn't it? Okay, let's do the Magician. Tower, what else? Right, the Tower, the Three of Swords. Two of Swords, Justice, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Justice and the Four of Cups. So, okay, so looking at the Magician, so as I said, with next to the Five of Pentacles, one perspective of that is where you are lacking. There's something where there's some knowledge or skills that you don't have, that you can't get it on your own. You need help. This feels like last week's Aries reading, actually. But I would say with the Tower coming up and the Three of Swords, this Magician, he's very, I'd say that the Magician is independent. He figures things out by himself. He hones his skills by himself. But this might be telling you as advice, with it being in reverse, this is a time that you have to let that go, especially if you're a person who has been extremely independent and determined to figure things out on your own all the time. It's like, no, this is a time to stop that now. Well, not stop it being independent completely, but again, I'll say it's a time to let someone else guide you at this point in time, because it's hurting you. It's yeah, with the Tower, it's a massive change. It would be, I wouldn't say it's out of character, but it would be, for some people, it would be a massive thing to kind of, for a certain amount of time, to give themselves up to be led to someone else, to surrender to someone else, wouldn't it? And depending on what the situation is, it's like it's hurt to keep on as you are trying to figure it out yourself. I can't even speak now. It's like hurting you. It's hurting you. It's confusing you. You don't know what to do on your path. You need the support to help you make the best choice. And it's not to say someone else makes the choice for you, but whatever guidance it is that you need, that will help you to be able and equipped to make the choice that is best for you, to take you out of that Four of Cups energy. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm intrigued to see what message comes out of the Black Moon Lilith Oracle deck, because that reading was a struggle. I'm not even going to lie, it was a struggle. I felt like I needed support to do that reading, to be honest. So final message of guidance for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising for the Black Moon Lilith Oracle, or from the Black Moon Lilith Oracle. Final message of guidance for Libra. I really hope this is useful to someone out there, because it felt like a lot of everything all over the place. So It's not the first time it's happened in a reading. It's just never happened for me doing a Libra reading. This happens usually with Aquarius for me. And Aquarius was pretty straightforward this week, I think. So final advice for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. Nope, not yet. So you've got, is it just the one? Right, you've got putrefaction, shadow release. This is such an unusual card, okay. So putrefaction, shadow release. It's on the bottom of the deck actually. You have calcination, dark night of the soul. You might feel like you're in a dark night of the soul at present if you're struggling this much. But right, putrefaction, shadow release, that's 37. That's a 10 as well, isn't it? 3, 7 and 3 is a 10. So yeah, that's where you need to kind of end this cycles of confusion. Right, it says, how you view the world is how you view yourself. When the putrefaction oracle card shows up, it's time to face the difficult shadows within you and become conscious to what you are projecting into the world. Psychoanalyst Carl Jung described the shadow as as our untamed true nature that we hide from the world to feel safe and accepted in our environment. The authentic side of ourselves is hidden by a mask to protect itself when we experience trauma or challenges. This card calls for you to do inner work around how you perpetuate suffering in your own reality. Where are you projecting your own shortcomings, pain, trauma, and angst onto others? Projection occurs when you are triggered and reactive to your outer world. This is because of pain from past traumas or difficulties that are buried beneath the surface. Think of when an objectively beautiful person walks into a room and immediately receives jealousy and judgment from those in the room who feel insecure in themselves. An alchemist will use moments like this as an opportunity to cleanse their shadow through releasing others' opinions. Putrefaction is the 5th phase of alchemy and one of the most emotionally challenging because it requires an honest look within. Scientifically, putrefaction is the decomposition of organic matter. Use your life as a spiritual practice and start to release unconscious patterns. Doing so will create space for new, healthy patterns. So putrefaction phase shadow work. Handling difficult emotions is one of the most challenging parts of alchemy, and it's best not to do this alone. Seeking a licensed therapist, healer, mystic, or astrologer can help guide your way through this extremely sensitive phase of the process. Remember that support is available to you and that requesting it is a sign of strength, not weakness. Purge and integrate the dark energy within you. Shift negative projections into self-empowerment. I was actually going to say that this message, you might need support to do shadow release, but the book said it for me, so I don't need to bring that up. But yeah, that might be what you need help with. And any shadows, I mean, one of the shadows might be struggle. She said, how do you, what did she say? Here it is. Where is it? How do you perpetuate suffering in your own reality? One of the ways you can do that is if you always try to figure out everything by yourself and you refuse help, and then you're in this frame of mind where it's like, nobody helps me, but it's kind of, part of it is that you don't want to get help from anyone, or you refuse to get help from anyone. And as I always say, some things are easier said than done. It's all well and good me sitting here saying, oh, well, you just have to ask for help, but then you may not know who to ask for help. So I get that. But I'm going to leave your message there, Libra. Hopefully someone, at least one person, got something helpful from that message. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the info in the description box. Thank you very much for watching, and again, wishing you a happy new year.